And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym of the Crypto, episode 792. Today is today is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Yesterday, of course, was Labor Day. And I'm King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. Take a couple of days off and forget how to do an intro, right? I don't know what I'm saying right now. September 7th is Bitcoin Day in El Salvador as Bitcoin becomes legal tender. Republic of Panama introduces bill for regulating crypto. Solana price nears $200 after FTX's Solana-enabled NFT marketplace goes live. 1 in 4 U.S. teens would buy crypto if given money to invest, survey finds. And of course, we'll be showing you a little something special at the end. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay was going on those prices.
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices, Bitcoin at $50,740, down 1.5% today. Ethereum at $3,740, down 4.5%. Cardano at $263 is down 8% today. Binance Coin at $469, down 5.2%. XRP at $128 is down 6% today. Solana going crazy at $182, up 25% today. Dogecoin at 28 cents is down 8%. Polkadot at 32.20 is down 5.4%. And last but not least, Uniswap at 26.62 is down 8.8%. So a lot of red, the last couple of days. Usually holidays, it does that. Also, by the rumor sell the news type traders. Everybody was buying in anticipation for El Salvador. And the news came out today, which we'll discuss as well.
Yeah, and real quick, got to ask about the price. First of all, let's go ahead. Got to give it up to Jams. Jams said a 40-cent hex price this week. It hit 40 cents yesterday.
Shout out to Jams.
Hey, shout out to Jams. Listen, I made a bag play on it. I was like, you know what? Jams has been super confident. I'm going to trust his brother right here, and I made a bag play on it. So I'm not mad at him for that. My question is this, though. I get where their community is coming from, and we're going to keep trolling them regardless since they're assholes, some of them. But why isn't Hex starting to move up on coin market cap? That is interesting now that I'm looking at it. What Richard done to CZ on the low?
Hey, man. Hey, like I said, on Nomics, on Cointelegraph, on whatever, CoinGecko.
I still don't trust Nomics, though, to keep it real.
Yeah, I don't either. But you're going to have some sort of insider stuff there because whoever controls the data controls the industry, really. So, yeah, it's all good. But shout out to Jams. Hey, again.
I will say this.
And it comes through, hey, we'll give you your props.
I'm about to say, sell it now. People get rid of it. Now, everybody's a winner. Stay a winner today and leave. Now, what's also crazy, for those who are watching, who've been watching just the last 2 weeks, I mean, literally, you have gotten 2 calls on this show now that should have made you some money. I mean, we've been talking about Solana nonstop. We're about to get into that story here. And then Jams, of course, has been screaming hex since 4 cents, and it is now at 40 cents. So shout out to Jams again. Thank you for the tip. Real talk. Is it true the Cardano test net failed? If so, does that mean it's doom or a hold? Thanks. If it did fail, I'm about to go into my phone right now and make a quick flip, get up out of there.
Yeah, the test net failed. There was a thread on Reddit where they were talking about it. But again, it's just a test net. I wouldn't go crazy.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Over with, but again, that's not a good sign for right now. But again, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, by and large, the worst sign you Cardano folks should be looking at is the fact they don't have a product. But as far as the test net, I mean, that's what it's for, is to actually test. So it will kind of determine internally where they are on their process as far as, so I haven't looked at their roadmap either. So I don't know if this is their initial test or this is supposed to be the last one. So that would kind of depend on, but it's called a test net for a reason because it can fail. Kadeem, good morning. Leroy Forbes, Alipio, Todd, Aaron, Ashley Robles, Peter Kimbry, Michael Kennedy, Fanteezy, Devontae, Eric. Let's see, Banger Committee, Sergeant Mac, Jay Dean, our project experience. Hey, our project experience. I saw your email. We're going to get back to you as well. And Roberts. Yes, yesterday was Labor Day. Today is Bitcoin Day, said Leroy. You already know it. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. Chappie said, no, it didn't fail. It's all about how that one company used the product. Okay, all right. Yeah. Heavy Productions, who do I talk to about booking a show? Email us at krbE@krbecrypto.com. Kendra to say, I just sold half my ADA bag. Hey, you just got a good pump on it, so it's not too bad to sell out of it right now. Again, there will always be another token. And to some of the new people, Cardano's going to start looking expensive. $3, $264. Sound like XRP in 2017. That's a little too rich for my blood, man. I wanted to go down. I mean, hey, you hex kids keep talking. You're about to see a different side of things too. 50 cents is about to start getting expensive. Look, we like those 4 cents, those 3 cents. I thought we like those less than the pennies. You over here, you trying to be $1?
You can't make 1,000x off of that.
You can't make 1,000x off $1. All right, September 7th is Bitcoin Day in El Salvador as Bitcoin becomes legal tender. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk Bitcoin Day, baby. Yeah, we made it. Almost.
El Salvador. You know what? You are right. That did deserve a moment of silence and a round of applause. September 7th is Bitcoin Day in El Salvador as Bitcoin becomes legal tender. Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
What can you've been calling this for forever? You'll actually be a guest on the show today, aren't you? Aren't you a guest somewhere today?
Yeah, so I'll be talking about this subject on Fox Business at 3 p.m. Eastern with Liz Clayman. So jump on there. You hear me talk about it more.
Four-time Fox News, Jim in the crypto. Hey,
baby.
We fake. We don't know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
What's going on this Bitcoin Day in El Salvador? Bitcoin becomes legal tender. I guess tell us, of course, the story is in the headlines, but just tell us your thoughts on this story, where Bitcoin is going in El Salvador and what challenges they may face early on as they adopt it as legal tender.
Oh, yeah. So they already had some issues early on. A few operational headaches, as they describe it here, as the state's BTC wallet servers go offline, which, again, that proves why we need Bitcoin, because if your state's wallet goes offline, which we already discussed before, we don't necessarily agree with that, you can still use another wallet. That's the good thing about Bitcoin. If this had been a CBDC and the wallets went down, you wouldn't be able to do anything. So that is one first thing to see. Of course, they did implement over 200 ATMs, over 100 different over-the-counter places to buy. And it states here, addressing the situation about the state-issued Chivo wallet, the president said for a few moments it won't work. We have disconnected it while increasing the capacity of the image capture servers. The installation problems that some people had were for a reason. We prefer to correct it before reconnecting. So actually being responsible with connecting back the network. And again, they just bought 200 Bitcoins, taking his holdings to 400 coins. And if you think they're slowing down anytime soon, you are sadly mistaken. So for those of you who are watching, everybody in El Salvador is getting airdropped $30 today worth of Bitcoin. So in solidarity, everybody should buy $30 worth of Bitcoin to stand with El Salvador. We made it to nation states, baby. Again, first it was Beanie Babies and collectibles. Then it was, hey, man, only shadowy supercoders use it. Then it was, hey, only criminals and only, exactly. Then it was only kids use it. Then it's like, well, maybe a small business will buy it, like Michael Saylor. And then now it's a small country. So next thing you know, it'll be on for everybody. So good to see. And Bitcoin is legal. This is crazy, man. 12 years we created a legal tender from scratch. Think about that, people. With nobody directing,
nobody backing it, with nobody
backing it except the people who were using it. We created legal tender from scratch. So you can tell your grandkids forever you were part of the movement that created legal tender from scratch in your lifetime. Never been done before.
You know how crazy it's gonna be, people? This is the same as saying, like, I was a part of the meetings and the push for the US dollar to take over. I was a part of the meetings and push for gold and silver to take over. I was a part of the meetings and push for cowrie seashells to take over. Like, this is monumental. As you said, it's not just for hooded, shadowy supercoders anymore, as they so eloquently put it. But more on a serious note, folks, listen, we got to give people their flowers right here. Got to give Bitcoin Zay this long, slow hand clap, okay?
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
Bear market 2018, bear market 2019, the price is going crazy, it's dipping, it's volatility. I'm looking at him like, you still not worried? Like, hey, as a business, we got expenses, brother. It's some things we got to pay for. You're not worried? He's like, nope, not worried. Didn't see the brother sweat at all. And yes, as someone just said, I think it was Todd Miak said, wait, they let real ones on Fox. Yes, this is Zay's 4th time on Fox. I've actually gave Fox the benefit of the doubt too, because that's where it's showing. It don't matter if it's Fox, CNN, whatever. They need to go to where the information is at for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Not a lot of people know it. Not a lot of people have been in the space for a long time, regardless of what they tell you. And Bitcoin Zay is one of the people who have been around. So, hey, shout out, hand clap. You've been calling it for a long time.
Yo, yeah, we out here, baby.
And I mean, again, for the fact that people talk, he's on our show before he goes on Fox today. People, this is crazy. My guy, there we go. Shout out to Bitcoin Zay. Shout out to El Salvador. as well. This is what real courage is. Everybody talking about was courage. This is courage for a country to come out against world superpowers that's basically already said they're going to stop funding them and giving them money or aid, foreign aid, to come out against literally the entire planet and say, we're going to move forward with technology. This is what we believe in. People, the code is law. As Jimmy Song already said, Bitcoin has been working. To show you it's been working, there's a wallet that anyone can hack and get hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and no one's hacked it because they can't hack it. So again, the system's working. The powers that be, governments and regulators, don't like it because it's transparent and it's cheaper, faster, and more efficient than what we've already been using. But it is here to stay. And now that El Salvador has taken it over, I expect the domino effect to happen, the proliferation to happen. We're going to see at least 3 to 5 more countries, I think, in the next few months here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we've already talked about Panama, Uruguay, Paraguay. They've all introduced it into their Congress. So I'm sure we'll see this maybe Q4, maybe a few more countries get the same thing. Should be fun.
Hilarious. Finn said, time to invade Little El Savvy. Listen, you already know what's about to happen. Weapons of mass destruction, El Salvador. I didn't take you. Oh, opioid crisis. Y'all out here selling drugs. Listen, get ready. El Salvador is about to become public enemy #1. I think the U.S., the U.S. isn't dumb. We're going to give them like a 6-month head start for everybody to kind of forget. It was Bitcoin Day back in September 2021. Wait until about March, April of next year. Watch what I say. March or April of next year. Oh, El Salvador doing this. They skirting taxes. Oh, they doing. Oh, it's going to be all types of stuff coming from El Salvador. Child porn, pedophilia. Oh, get ready. El Salvador is ground zero for all that. Yep. Kadeem said El Salvador needs some democracy. Smell like it to me. Smell like they need some freedom delivered to them. All right, speaking of Republic of Panama, Republic of Panama introduces bill for regulating crypto. So as you said, it's already on the heels of other countries. A new bill in Panama aims to recognize Bitcoin as an alternative payment method and enable freedom to use crypto. What?
Oh, yeah.
Panama's next. I mean, I love the wording too. Panama's like, look, we're a little bit too close to the U.S. to say legal tender, but we can say it's an alternative payment method and enable freedom to use it. What is going on over here in Panama, right next to El Salvador?
Oh, yeah. So shout out to the pro-crypto Congressman Gabriel Silva. He stressed that the new legal initiative in Panama has the potential to generate thousands of jobs, create new investment sources, as well as make the government more transparent. I could have sworn somebody been telling y'all that for years. I mean, I wonder who it could be. None other than the gentleman of crypto. But it's good that there are people in Congress like Silva who actually stated the new legislation. They intend to recognize crypto assets like Bitcoin as an alternative global payment method. Good choice of words, because again, legal tender, little touchy because they are very close to the U.S. But the bill authors emphasize that cryptocurrencies enable fast and low-cost payments, and then allow you to finalize financial transactions. So I'd love to see it. And he said that the new draft bill was prepared in collaboration with Panamanian citizens and a multidisciplinary team. So what do we tell you all? We was like, look, El Salvador is the first. Maybe the president took it in his hands and didn't really consult anybody, which he didn't. He had a 8-page proposal out in 3 days. It went through and they just did it. People were like, man, that's kind of dictatorish. And then he did. And I was like, look, it's the first iteration of a nation state accepting Bitcoin. The next one's going to be better. It looks like Panama. They're getting citizens involved. They're actually putting it through more of a rigorous test. So again, it's going to get better and better. And then as small countries get it, they're going to get too rich. Big countries going to be like, we can't have this, player. We need to grab our piece of the pie too. So it's just the beginning. Trust me.
This is crazy to actually start seeing. I just saw somebody say, some of these smaller countries are going to start pushing back against the likes of like China, the U.S., and Russia. Roland said that a bunch of small countries realizing they can finally release themselves from the chokeholds of USA, Russia, and China. But yeah, I mean, I like that he mentioned transparency. People, here's the deal. And to be realistic, it probably won't happen only because I get it. If you're already in a position of power and you're corrupt, you're not giving that up. You are not giving that up without a fight. But here's the deal. Let's say the United States, we actually wanted to drain the swamp, right? That wasn't that President Trump thing. If we wanted to drain the swamp, like today, not tomorrow, not waiting, citizens of America need to be like, all right, we're going to start accepting Bitcoin for government services, period. Government pay, government everything. And Bitcoin today, I shit you not, we will fire half our government tomorrow once we saw what was going on with the finances. And then another 3 or 4 weeks from now, everything will be cleaned up at that level. But that is why governments and banks do not want it. Do you understand what it means to be able to see less than a penny transaction on a public record for forever? Like, you can't hide that.
Yeah.
They're getting their money digitally, and we are literally seeing the money go into their account. And we can follow the money to every other wallet they push it to. We can do research on it. And here's the crazy thing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, or specifically the Bitcoin blockchain. Like many things, there are a group of enthusiasts who all they care about is watching the Bitcoin blockchain all day, every day. You got whale watchers who look at the bigger wallets. Do you really think a free group wouldn't pop up where they was like, oh, we government watchers? I just want to see where the government was. I'll do it for fun. I'll do an hour a day. For my local Congress people, I don't be like, let me see where your money going every day.
Hey, somebody already pitched that to me as an idea. That's funny. It's funny you brought that up. Somebody's thinking of startup to simply watch government officials who use Bitcoin stuff. Because it's like, it's coming. So when it does come, you can just sit back, go to their website and say, hey, this is where such and such money went to. This went to this address. So the same way they do with, like you said, whale watchers and the exchanges. Somebody just pitched that to me and I was like, you got a future here, buddy. But you're probably too early. That's the only thing. You're just too early.
Oh, super early. Whoever comes out with this and starts making noise, car accident. Car accident, heart attack. It's gonna be all that.
Keep it to itself.
Yeah, keep it to itself. But essentially, like, and when I say this, I don't mean just for government spending. No, I mean if you're a government employee, especially after a certain level, let's say politicians for sure, Congress, senators, governors, presidents, cabinet staff, high-ranking military officials. If you're any of these people, I want to see you're spending for everything. Where you buying groceries, everything, because they're trying to do that to us. They're trying to say, we want you all to be on a centralized exchange using a hosted centralized wallet. These words they've invented in the last 2 or 3 months. No, we are private citizens. What I want to see is the government and regulators and politicians and military people. I want to see you all on the public ledger 24/7. I don't care if you're buying your groceries, if you're taking your wife to the sex club that night. Whatever y'all into is whatever you into. We need to be able to watch that money, period, 24/7. And there's no reason not to be able to. But again, this is the future. This is why they don't want that, because they know that means that, hey, you can't that payola is going down the drain when you do that. Let's see. Christian Noesi said, selling and signing your book while in Houston Bitcoin Day. I know a mom and pop's restaurant on the southwest side of town that would love the chance to host an event while you're in town.
Oh yeah. I just put it on there. Send us an email. We'll discuss it more. We'd love to explore it. Got a few places on deck for Thursday, so I'll let you all know.
Mr. G, the recycling guy, said noon Eastern time is supposed to be when we simultaneously smash buy Bitcoin. So at about 11:58, I'm gonna go 100x on Bybit. Real talk. I probably will though, for real.
100x short.
I know, right? Because you already know they already. People buying at 12 or 11:50 is when the real buy is going on. At 12 o'clock is when the sale is going to happen. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
All right. What else is going on? All right. Also in the news, Solana. Of course, we had to talk about Solana. Shout out to Bitcoin Zay. He's been talking Solana nonstop. Solana price nears $200 after FTX's Solana-enabled NFT marketplace goes live. The latest bout of buying has pushed Solana to USD's quarter-to-date gains up by more than 450%. I mean, literally. We have been talking about on Talk Shop Live the last few months, but publicly we started saying Solana, I think, at about $60. So from 60 to now almost $200, Solana is reaching his new all-time high. What's going on with FTX and his new NFT marketplace they have for Solana? How does this increase the price?
Sam Bankman-Fried has done it again, and he is the CEO of FTX, and he announced Solana's integration into FTX's upcoming NFT marketplace. It allows you to trade your digital arts and has the possibility to have the ability to trade using cross-chain across Solana and Ethereum, meaning if you have an NFT on Ethereum, you can move it over to Solana and vice versa. It would also make it possible to trade NFT collections from rivaling marketplace OpenSea. So they are one of the first behind that. Now, one thing you have to realize about NFTs is you have to have the native asset to buy the NFTs. So what I've noticed is SoulPunks, which is a sort of a ripoff of CryptoPunks. SoulPunks price has been going crazy. I think the first ones I saw were selling $50. Over the last few weeks, I've seen 700, I've seen 3,000, I've seen 10,000. And that means that people are buying Solana in massive amounts in order to purchase these SoulPunks in order to maybe get rich again on the back end the way CryptoPunks did. If you saw CryptoPunks, they were like $200, $500 back in the day. Now people are selling them for millions, literally millions of dollars. So that is why there's a lot of demand for Solana right now to use their NFT market, which, talking to people who've used it and also myself who has played around with it, is actually, to me, much better than Ethereum. Lower fees, faster. It's just not built. It's just not built out yet. But I can best believe Sam Bankman-Fried will probably get it done. Just letting you know, if Sol flips Ethereum in 2022, do not say I didn't warn you, because the NFT market is so hot. But people are tired of Ethereum gas fees. That's all I got to say.
Now that part's real. I know.
People buy it and they're like, I'm so tired of these fees. They just don't even know Solana has an NFT platform. So we'll see what happens from here.
I mean, great analysis as far as it becoming like crypto punks. I mean, why not competition, especially backed by a young billionaire? So I see where you're going with that. You about to make me buy a Soul Punk, actually. But also, when you were just, what was it? Let me look at this. I was looking at the article. Oh, you said it might flip Ethereum. That's what I was thinking of. You want our show to get canceled? What's going on, Zach? Is Solana paying you? But listen, no, I do see what you're saying. I could see it happening in a year. That is quite aggressive, I would say.
Look at this. This is what it's gonna look like.
Hilarious, bro.
Divorce court 2030. All the punks and all the NFTs.
That is gonna be divorce court in 2030 for real, though.
Yeah, but you're right though. Is it gonna be more popular on there? I think so.
Hey, that's an aggressive flip, but I could see it happen. I mean, Solana already has a steam behind it. You definitely haven't been wrong yet about it. All right, 1 in 4 U.S. teens would buy crypto if given money to invest. A new survey says that is right. The results of a new survey suggest teens are still more persuaded than the stock market where they should invest I'm reading this wrong. Are still more persuaded that the stock market is where they should invest. Yet crypto is more popular than alternatives like real estate. So essentially, the survey came out. You know, some of these surveys, they can kind of make it seem like whatever, but this one seemed pretty wholesome in a sense. Like they didn't say 2 or 3 of 14. They said 1 in 4. Still saying, I think about 47% said that they wanted to steal. 43% said their funds would be best in the stock market. A large share, 37%, said they would refrain from investing altogether. With 25% of the teens, though, saying they will invest in crypto if given hypothetical funds, as compared with 24% in real estate. The fact that 1 in 4 are now saying that I will put my money in crypto is crazy, especially when you're talking about teenagers who don't even have access to capital. Now, they did say in the survey a lot of the reasons why had to do with the meme pumps and the meme tokens. They mentioned GameStop, of course, also being one of the reasons this is bringing younger people around. But I think, you know, when it comes to crypto, it gives people hope. There's no barrier to entry by and large, and you have an opportunity to become your own bank and do your own moves. Like, that's what I would say when I see all these people on Twitter going crazy or whatever about their projects and game banking projects. I'm like, yo, if your portfolio is as good as you say, why are you even upset today? Like, take the day off. Like, go get drunk at 9 a.m. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you upset about if your portfolio is as good as you say? But again, I want to give this shout out to the teens, because 1 in every 4, that number is only going to keep going up as the education continues to mature, especially when you're talking about blockchain and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin classes being offered at institutions now. What are your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. So 2 things with this article that are kind of weird. First thing is, every time I look at any survey, I look at the sample size. Look, people, this is only 1,000 people. There's 1,000 teens. So this is not the scope of all teens around, even though you can use that for sample size. To justify your data, I still think that number is pretty low. I need closer to 10,000 to maybe get a better
10,000,
idea.
10,000, I agree with, yeah.
Yeah, but the second thing with me is these kids don't have real bills. They don't have kids. They don't know what the real world is like. If they're between the ages of 13 and 17, they're literally looking at this like, oh, I can put my money in something and get it back later. Think about when you were a teenager. Were you investing? No. So the fact that 1 in 4 is still pretty positive, but I think most of them don't realize they don't have a choice. You have to invest in something at some point. Most of them haven't thought about stocks, crypto. They may have heard of it, but they don't really know how it goes because they don't understand how your finances are worth less over time because of inflation. So you need to have assets in order to retain your value. So a little bit of a, shaky data point there with 1,000 kids, but it is positive to see, because I can guarantee you, if you did this poll when we were in high school, you might have got 5% that said they invest in anything. Like, are you planning on investing anything? Hell no, get money, fuck bitches. That's what I'm trying to do. Ain't nobody
just say it. Just say it. Listen, I gotta bring up the old calendar. I got an old calendar that said that every other day.
That's what I'm saying. That's 15-year-old say right there. Like, ain't nobody investing. So it is positive to see.
What, you got a zip on you real quick? You trying to flip it? What's up?
Exactly. What you got on you?
I play Madden for $25 a touchdown out here. What's up?
Exactly, bro. Ain't nobody worried about no investing, man. I don't know what's a brokerage. What are you talking about? But yeah, like I said, these kids are much smarter.
Hey, you know what? Really to piggyback on that, that's why I tell people, as crazy as it was, as you know, I felt myself to be pretty intellectual amongst my peers. I knew I was, a little bit more traveled and cultured than some of my. I mean, I got some of the homies. They don't care. So, but I say all that because I still didn't even know like about Wall Street and trading and any of that stuff until the Wolf of Wall Street came out. Yeah. I was already a naval officer. I was already working, in a career. And then the Wolf of Wall Street came out, and I was like, this is what Wall Street is, and penny stocks and regular stocks and like I didn't even know about this stuff. Like I didn't even know about it. So I mean, I think that movie came out in 2013. I mean, I had bank accounts and stuff before that, but like you said, I wasn't like investing or thinking about putting $5 away into an account every week or into whatever. Like it just didn't cross my mind. So like you said, the fact that it's crossing their mind right now is huge. So for sure on that.
Oh yeah.
All right, really quick, some quick comments, then showing you all some photos too. Roland Wisher said all L2s are killing it. Think Zay said they would with Solana call. R Hurt said that, yep, you said buy 10 Solana at $40 and watch it 10x. That was at $40. You told people to buy 10 Solana. That's hilarious. Todd says Solana is going to mess around and become the de facto chosen layer 2. Very possibly. Rendo, like Denzel, I love that name, hilarious. Says Salamas are going to go brazy. Wait on it. Salamas, I'm assuming that's NFT. Shout out to Alec G, our in-house moderator, showrunner, producer. Said I was talking to the Simons, talking about Simon's Family Ventures. They all came on the show. He's down in Mexico City with them right now, doing a whole Mexico City tour, as well as learning to live on Bitcoin down there. So he's down there with the Simons. He said he's talking to them about Solana and NFTs this weekend. So that's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yes, Josh Allen. I was an officer. I originally went to Buds to become a SEAL officer. I didn't finish. I ended up becoming a public affairs officer. Let's see who else we have. I just saw somebody made a comment. Okay. Yeah. So shout out to Born Majesty. I'm gonna say this in a negative way, but I do want to point this out as a difference because it has a lot to do with that Wolf of Wall Street story too. The segue wasn't even intentional. Born Majesty said you guys are like the earn your leisure of the crypto world. So first and foremost, shout out to Earn Your Leisure. I personally haven't watched. I think I would just watch like a quick couple of tidbits of their material when people send it to me because they always like, you guys need to partner and do something to earn your leisure. Very similar. So shout out to them. And their channel I know is huge. I think they just had an event too. I saw Naja was at their event.
Naja Hill Harper was there. The Invest Fest, I believe it's called.
Invest Fest, yeah. So shout out to Earn Your Leisure, but and every other brother that's out there or whatever doing their thing when it comes to like YouTube and especially talking investments and stuff. But here's the difference. Where it's not just the crypto world, this is what people still isn't understanding. And this is what I did understand as soon as Bitcoin Zay told me about Bitcoin. I read the white paper. And again, the thing that got me interested in the financial world was looking at the Wolf of Wall Street. I was like, I can go get an MBA and be a real trader. And like, I can be on Wall Street, talk to people, make trades, blah, blah, blah. However, as soon as he taught me about our Lord and Jesus Bitcoin, I realized there was no market that will ever be bigger than it. It's fintech. It's financial and technology sector merge in one. There is no bigger market, including the traditional market. By volume and by the numbers, the traditional market is bigger. But I'm looking into the future. The future is digital. The future is crypto. I've been saying that like literally Bitcoin's taking the test. The day we got on the phone, he talking about Bitcoin, gave me the resource, I read the white paper, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, the war is won. The war, like this works. The war is over.
That's all that matters, is that it works.
So I just got to push back against that because this isn't the crypto world. This is going to be the world. So everybody else talking about anything else, with the exception, I would say like real estate, because real estate never really goes anywhere.
Hey, but even them, they're gonna be looking at digital real estate real quick. They're gonna be asking, what's this metaverse thing where my little cousin made $80,000 off of digital real estate? They're gonna be asking real quick because there's all that stuff you got to do for real estate. I wish you could bring old girl back on that we had that was arguing on Fuck Bitcoin Fridays, because she's gonna probably be mad that she spent all the time. A lot of realtors will all that time getting real estate. You got to deal with repairs. You got to deal with contracts. You got to call people, cold calls. You got to email. You got to follow up with the bank. You got to wait for checks. A lot of stuff you got to do in between. I used to work at a real estate law firm, very convoluted. Imagine being 16 years old, spending 1 Ethereum on a parcel of land, and then reselling it for 10 Ethereum when Ethereum's at $30,000. Very possible. And that's the thing I'm trying to tell people. That's digital real estate. So
Well,
even
not
them,
only that,
they're gonna have to defer to us or people in our industry, I will say.
and let's just talk about the returns. Like, let's talk about the public things we've called out in the last month and a half. The masterclass came out and Ethereum is at $1,800. We showed you how to do a collateralized loan to get all the money you buy in Ethereum, and you can stack Ethereum up as a collateralized loan. You get your money back and watch that price pump and pay it back and have more. That return from what, $1,800, almost $4,000 right now, and using a loan that's giving you 8 to 10% back on the loan, which we just re-showed everybody again this weekend on our Q&A. So thanks for everybody who bought the masterclass, of course, and came to the Q&A. I think we had like 60 or 70 people at the Q&A, so that was really good. But between the Ethereum call just recently, the Solana call that you've literally been calling for months, you got Gems on our channel calling Hex from 4 cent to 40 cent. That's why I said, you know, I'm only pushing back because it's like, no, we're not like nobody else out there. We're talking crypto. You got to compare us to other people in crypto who are talking about their gains and stuff, because like, no, ain't no real estate getting you gains like that in 2 months or in a month. And from my perspective, I didn't see many traditional portfolios doing that either. I was in the traditional sector. I didn't see it happen like that. So that's just my thing. So yeah, shout out to everybody else, but I'm only saying that so you all can start to wrap your mind around it, because people are still saying Bitcoin's 50,000. Bitcoin isn't $50,000. It's one Bitcoin. Yeah. It is one Bitcoin. Until you can start looking at the world like that, then you're still looking at the traditional side, and you're going to be left behind, because it's not going backwards. It's going forwards for more technology.
Oh, yeah. So I know one thing, we better get them likes up, or they answering no more questions. People asking a lot of questions. I don't see a lot of likes though. Hit that like button.
I don't like that.
That like tax.
Not a lurking, not a lot of liking.
Hey, I don't like that.
Oh yeah, y'all shorted us today. Y'all shorted us today. Yes, Rendo, like Denzel said, the Wolf of Wall Street and Wall Street bets are inspiring a whole new generation of investors for sure. Let's see. Oh, Carmelo, I saw that. So yeah, really quick, for the 2 or 3 people, it was like 2 or 3 people for whatever reason didn't receive the email. I'm not sure what happened. We sent 2 emails out via Teachable. So once you sign up for the masterclass, that email, you should check that one. But if not, no problem. I think it was 2 or 3 people. We will get you in a little Zoom this week probably, so you all can answer your Q&A as well. And then since we did the Q&A, I believe on Sunday, a few more people have already bought the class. So another 4 to 6 weeks, we'll also have another Q&A for the old group and for the new group of people who come in and buy the masterclass in the next 6 weeks. Like, you'll always be able to come back for the Q&A. We don't want to shut you out. And also, last but not least, I got to play with the gallery so you all can zoom in on it. I wasn't able to zoom in, but I just want to make sure I upload it at least. But if you go to our website, of course, thegentlemanofcrypto.com, you click on Crypto Warriors, you will be able to see the meetup photos. Again, I'm going to go back in and make it so that you can actually click on the photo and it'll zoom in. I thought I did that, but right now you can't actually zoom in on a photo for some reason. So really quick, we'll just do a brief zoom through. This was the event. Shout out to all the warriors who made it. Shout out to Anacario. I got your hat I'm wearing this week for Fridays.
Yeah, I got to wear it this week. Yeah.
Some cool swag. Shout out to Alec G, our moderator. Shout out to the Queen B over there.
Shout out to my wife looking like a glass of chocolate milk. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go. Look at this. Beautiful venue. Hey, shout out to everyone who came to, again, Arizona, Seattle.
I mean, Swish out there.
Wisconsin, Ali Pino for the Wisconsin, of course. Adrian Swish, big time producer, manager out here. This is actually one of his artists, Cantu, rock star in the making. This kid is a rock star in the making. Yeah. Hilarious story. He was my Uber driver a few years ago, and then I found out he was signed to Swish, and I heard his music. I was like, yo, rock star Uber driver.
Hey, you never know.
Talent used to be my Uber driver.
That's why I respect all Uber drivers. Shout out to the Uber and Lyft drivers out there. I use them all the time. Hey, you never know who's going to actually blow up.
You never know who's your Uber driver. Shout out to Ali Pio again, coming from Wisconsin, holding it down. Oh, yeah.
Ali Pio, what up, player?
Great photos. A lot of laughs, as you all can see. I had to delete one picture. I had like my neck vein popping all the way out. We were laughing so hard at one point. Look at this. Shout out to Alec again. Seattle in the house. There we go. Got the whole crew. This is a really good event. As always, we'll be doing another meetup soon, but like I said, I'll go back in and make sure we can blow these up so you can actually get a bigger version if you kind of want to save it or whatever. But just so you can see it right now, here are the photos from the meetup. Great meetup, great turnout, a lot of great people. Shout out to Adam. This is a big name actor right here. He's gonna be out soon doing some big things.
See, man, I missed a lot of people there because we was moving around so much. I miss Adam. What up, Adam? Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Devin.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to see another superstar to make it? Scroll up real quick. Scroll up. Right there, Devin. Right there. Scroll just a little bit. Yep, right there in the middle. She actually has a movie. I can't even tell you who's gonna be in it, but it's a girl superhero movie coming out. So if you see a very popular actor in a superhero movie, that's the writer right there. She just they just got the paperwork over. So yeah, that's gonna be.
Hey, shout out to Devin. There we go. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Successful people around this place. You know what I mean? Look at that.
We're getting them all on Bitcoin, baby.
Hey, there it is. Getting a whole town of LA on Bitcoin. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Again, shout out to everybody who made it. Go ahead, Bitcoin Zay.
I was gonna say Sean Culkin. He plays in the NFL. You can kind of see him in the back here if you scroll a little bit down. Yeah, to the left. Yep, right there. Big
down.
Up right there. The left photo right there. Yeah, my man Sean Culkin plays in the NFL. Shout out to him. He was the second person ever to say pay me in Bitcoin, other than Russell Okung. So shout out to him as well.
You know what? I figured he played a sport because I was like, "Hey, you got some forearms on them forearms, son."
I mean, my man is 6'4", 260. I mean, you gotta kind of admit. But we met up the day before that for lunch, and he's pure Bitcoiner. He's into it deep. So shout out to Sean, man.
There he is again. Boom. You know, I should have asked him. I had that linebacker like defensive feel to this guy or some fullback feel, but that does explain a lot. I was like, oh, why you coming here so big, dog? I got to get back in this weight room.
Oh yeah.
This is a dope photo. I got to get this one. This is gonna be one of our new photos right here.
Yeah, this might be the banner at the top.
There we go. I like that one. Let's see a couple more. Listen, you know we were lit for this photo.
That was the end of the night photo.
That was the end of the night. And then we'll also be having some video from the event coming out too. We had our shout out to the photographer. He did an amazing job, Walter. I'll make sure I put his @ in the description as well. But again, that was a good meetup. And thanks to Madri in LA, James and his security team, and everybody else who made that a good event. So other than that, that's the show for today. Bitcoin Zay, do you have anything?
Nah. Well, Fox Business. 3 p.m. Eastern, jump on. I'll be on there with Liz Clayman talking about El Salvador.
There he is, Fox Business. Other than that, stay tuned for the rest of the week. We got a lot of big announcements. Again, this Friday, we'll be having our Friday afternoon show. For everybody who's emailed us over the weekend, it was a holiday weekend, so we did get a little bit behind. I will make sure to email you all to catch up. And other than that, we will see you all tomorrow with some more Bitcoin news. Smash that like and share. Cheers.